Hi everyone, it's Jama Malmy. Welcome back to part 5 of my Killikit series using this Wonderland collection. So this is pretty much all I have left of the kit. You can see I've already picked out one of the papers and my photo for today's layout. And I thought that this sticker would be perfect to go with this cute little photo of my daughter from years and years ago. I wanted to do another spin on this winter themed kit that was not winter, so I used this side of this very winter themed piece on the back, and I thought that would be perfect. So this is all I have left now for my future projects. I've decided to use this sketch here. This is from day 3 of Christy's Beautiful Life Sketches. This sketch is by Laura Rumble from Scrap Sketches. So I thought that this pattern would be cute for this, and I'm gonna kind of tilt that like that. And since my title has peach and this light blue glacier in it, I wanted to bring in some of that blue and peach probably, because this color here is a little darker than the peach. That's Desert Rose. So I thought at first I would want this blue in the background, but I don't know if I love that. I feel like this is kind of out of place. So let's see if I bring in this. I'm not loving that. I like the blue actually better. And then let's try that. I didn't think I wanted to bring out the Desert Rose, but I think I like that. Even though it doesn't bring out these colors in the title, I'm going to bring those out in other ways. So I'm going to go ahead and prepare my background sheet there. So I gutted a piece of Desert Rose cardstock off camera, so I didn't waste anything. I left about 1 inch all the way around, and there is 1/4 inch showing. And now I'm going to work on the base of my page. I matted the photo in blue to work with my title, and then I'm going to bring in blue in some mixed media like I mentioned. But first, let me show you some of the pieces I've prepared. I cut some of these layered flowers out of the cardstock that matches in case I want those. And I pulled out this stamp set called Spectacular You that I thought might be fun to stamp some glasses. And then I did a bunch of stash diving, and I'm going to go through lots of stickers and embellishments from my stash as we go along. So now for the mixed media, I pulled out my all-purpose mat and just kind of stamped that stamp pad right on there to get some ink down. I didn't have the re-inker in this color. And then I sprayed it with a little water, and I'm just using a little plastic bag to pick that up and put it onto my paper. I'm using just regular cardstock. This isn't mixed media cardstock or watercolor paper or anything like that. Since I didn't use a lot of water, it held up pretty well. It ruffled just a tiny bit, but it's really not bad and did just fine. So I'm happy with how this is turning out, and I've got my 3 points to form my visual triangle there. And then I wanted to add a little bit of inking around the edges of my papers just to make them pop a little bit more, especially since this one has a white background and it's on white. I wanted to make that pop, and so I added some black ink around all of those papers except for the white base page because I had already glued that down. And then I'm playing with some of these flowers that I had already cut, just seeing if I'm going to like that. I think it looks cute, but I just decided to go in a different direction. So you can see how that's going to turn out. It would have looked really cute, and these all layer up really nicely, but I wanted to see what I could find out of some of these other embellishment packs. So what I did was I knew I wanted to add some gold accents to this page with the colors that I had already chosen from the paper and that title. So I went through my stash, and I have all of my like sticker sheets and all that kind of stuff lined up vertically in a file, an embellishment file, and so I can just easily finger through and sift through them and pull out the ones that have some gold accents or have some peaches and blues in the colors that I'm using in this layout.
And I was thinking that these stickers might be a little too bright coral, but I was able to sort of hide that bright coral enough to make it not so dominating, and I really liked the rest of the colors with it. This is more of like a wedding themed sort of sticker pack. It's really, really old. I don't even remember the collection. And so it has a little bit more of an elegant look than that title sticker, but I think that it ends up working. You can see that the title's a little more whimsical, but I like how it ended up looking. Now I pulled this out because I was thinking that border strip I would use to pull in all of the colors, but that was before I decided to use that other embellishment pack. So now it's not going to work with that purple and mulberry color in it. But there were a couple of other stickers on that pack that did work. And I found this heart from another pack that I thought might work. And so what I'm doing is, as I'm pulling them out and thinking I'm going to use them, I'm just kind of sticking them on the side of my Versamat there, or using my anti-static bag to take the stick off the back of them if I'm pretty sure I am going to use them. That's what I did with those floral clusters. Now these are little chipboard pieces, and I'm thinking that some of these might work. That Bliss I really liked, but I wasn't loving that scripty font with the rest of it. But I tried using it a couple times. It doesn't end up making it on the page though. But it's the perfect little size. There were some other like peachy pink embellishments in there that I pulled out as well. And then I knew I wanted this wreath from this little pack. I love that glitter wreath, and I knew right away, I thought that I was going to have it kind of stick under there, under that embellishment cluster. I really love this little moment sticker, but again, the font just wasn't working, and also the size just really didn't blend enough with that title and the rest of the embellishments that were going on. I already had kind of a mishmash of styles with the title and the other embellishments. I didn't want to mix another style with it. So I've got my two basic bigger embellishment clusters down there around the photo, and then I started adding another embellishment cluster up at the top and pulling in some more of the small little flower clusters from that sticker sheet. I ended up using all of the floral stickers from that collection and wish that I had even more. You're going to see me kind of steal them from other parts of the layout here as we go along. So creating this little hanging banner, and did a lot of layering. I could have used this layout for my layering collaboration that's going on this week with the creative design team, because I'm doing a lot of layering here too, just pulling in odds and ends of different things and little pieces, tucking them here and there. Chipboard layered on top of stickers. I've got two chipboard pieces layered on top of each other here. Just playing with different shapes and sizes and lengths, and it's just a lot of fun to just kind of stick things here and there and poke them under things, and I just have a lot of fun with that. This little banner was so short, but I think it ends up working just tucked there underneath that other little chipboard piece underneath those stickers. I liked that. And then this one I'm going to just kind of stick under there. I've got a few small circle pieces, and so I'm going to try to scatter that shape around the layout in other ways as well. I've got a lot of small gold foil hearts that I'm scattering around, and some glitter hearts as well. Some of the hearts were inside circles, so I've got lots of different shapes and textures and lots of interest going on in all of these layers. It was really fun. There comes a point when, you know, you're just adding and adding and adding, and it could get to be too much. And, you know, this is probably more than a lot of people like to put on their layouts, but I was just having fun and just going to town and really enjoy the process of adding all of these little pieces and doodads, and it's almost like a puzzle, and I really enjoyed the process and the outcome. So I wanted something else in that kind of top left corner above the photo. I have my visual triangle already with the embellishment clusters, but I felt like I needed something else in that top left corner above the photo. And so I added some gold shimmer splatters, and that looked really pretty, but it wasn't dark enough. And then I added some splatters with just the ink and water. It wasn't dark enough. So I did a little more ink smushing, and I'm happy with that. I was a little nervous about it, but I'm happy with how that turned out. And then I really wanted to add just something small up in that top left corner, but without taking the balance off of the page and messing up my visual triangle. So I thought maybe this little bliss, it was the perfect size, but I still just was not liking that font. And so I found another leaf I could tuck in, and you saw me steal that peach flower from the bottom cluster. I found these little hearts, and I think that those end up working. I wanted to cover that little sign also that was in that top corner of the picture, and so I did that. I'm starting to think, oh, did I make a mistake? Did I add too much? I don't know. It was kind of throwing off the balance. So then I thought I would add my journaling down here in the bottom right to balance that extra cluster that I added in the top left. And so this is where my journaling is going to live. And these little journaling strips are from the Wonderland kit as well. So that came from the kit. I added some gold glitter chipboard pieces to the corners of the photo, wanting those to kind of direct you to the photo so that the photo doesn't get lost. I used the E in the bottom. It was just easier to add to that little corner. And then I added some peach shimmer, thinking that that might help to add a little bit more to that top corner, but it still wasn't enough. I still felt like something was missing, so I stepped away and came back and found the perfect finishing touches, these two little word strips, added up there, added some horizontal lines, which I think I needed right there, brought some extra color up there, and I think that balanced the page and finished it off just perfectly. So here is a look at all of those little clusters, lots of dimension, but not too much. I don't want to make too much dimension in my layouts in my album, but I'm really happy with how it came out. Before I get to the still shots, I wanted to remind you that the creative design team is still accepting new members in our membership group. We're bringing you lots of technique-based classes packed with ideas to stretch your supplies, get your mojo flowing, take your skills to the next level. There's just tons of inspiration. I know you're going to love it, so check out all the details in the link below. And here are the still shots of my layout from today. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so you don't miss any upcoming scrapbooking videos I post on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Here are a couple more videos I think you might enjoy, so join me over there, and I hope you have a wonderful day.